What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Mateo Family Vibes. Now, for those of you that live in the Philippines, for those expats that live in the Philippines and you're always sending money or transferring money to the Philippines, you know that obviously you have to exchange that money from dollars to Philippine pesos. Now, did you know that every time that you send that, the exchange rate obviously is going to be different? But at the same time, did you know that there is a way to check and see when you're gonna get the most value for your dollar when you transfer them over here? Because if you haven't noticed, every day the exchange rates change, right? But there are certain times when the exchange rates are actually high and you can actually get the most out of your transfer because you're gonna have a really high exchange rate, meaning that you're gonna get more pesos for your dollars. So what I'm gonna talk about in this video is I'm gonna break down for you how you can view this chart so you know what time of the month is best going to be for you to actually send money over, because you may actually end up sending money at the worst possible time and you may not get the best exchange rate because of that. So what you're gonna do is you're going to go on Google and you're just gonna type in these letters. You're gonna type in DXY. All right, now when you pull up DXY, basically it's just the US dollar index. Now this basically tells you, it shows you a chart. I'll put it up here so you can see it. It shows you a chart of the dollar index and it tells you whether the strength of the dollar is up or down, okay? Now, here is one key factor that I don't think people talk about, or maybe they don't know. Now, I've been doing this for 15 years now, so this is what I do. I deal with currencies every single day as a trader. So what you need to understand and know is that anytime that there is a Democrat in office, so meaning the president is Democrat from the Democratic Party, the value of the dollar goes up against any currency. When a Republican president is in office, the value of the dollar actually goes down for the next 4 years. If you don't believe me, just look at the charts. Just look at the charts. I'll put up a picture of the chart here so you can see what I'm talking about. But so you have to just know that essentially with Trump in office, the value of the dollar is going to go down. That is going to happen. Okay. Now, where you can get the most out of this is the fact that a chart doesn't always go down, right? The chart goes down, it has retracements, and then keeps going down basically. So because we know that the overall value of the dollar is going to continue to go down for the next 4 years, very likely, because it's been doing it ever since the 1970s, okay? And so what you want to do essentially is you want to look at the dollar index. And any time that we have a retracement, that basically means when the value of the dollar goes back up again, that is actually when you want to send your money to the Philippines. That retracement could happen many times in a month. It could happen one time a month. It could happen 2 times a month. You don't know how many times it's going to happen because a lot of the times it's all based off the economic news that is released every single month. So my point in this is the fact that you want to just make sure that anytime that you are sending money over to the Philippines from the US, you're sending it when that retracement is happening, so that way you can get the best value for your dollar that you can. The worst thing that you can do is send it when it's actually tanking and you're not gonna get a good exchange rate, so you're gonna get less pesos for your dollars. So I don't know how well you can see that, but from the beginning of the year, okay, this is year to date, you could see that the chart has been going down, okay? That's no surprise there. And so you can see here, we're basically at a 52-week low on the dollar index, okay? So this is gonna continue to happen as a Republican is in office. Now, if we switch it to a 3-month chart, right? This is the last 3 months. You could see where these retracements happen. They happen right here. So you see that retracement that is at the very top there. That retracement, that's when you actually want to send money to yourself in the Philippines. You don't want to send money to the Philippines down here when the value of the dollar is all the way down. Let's say when you look at this is a 5-day chart, same scenario, right? You don't want to send your money when it's down here. You actually want to send it when it's up, not down, all right? Because you're gonna get more value for your dollar that way. So very important, all right? They keep track of the dollar index. Again, just go to Google, type in DXY, and pull up a chart on the dollar index. You can go to Yahoo Finance, okay, and type in DXY, it'll pull it up for you. And then you can go by literally year to date, year, so you can see what I'm talking about. And you can see that it does happen every single time without fail so far. Ever since I've been recording it since it was 1965, I believe. Every time that a Democrat president is in office, value dollar goes up. Every time a Republican is in office, goes down. So, you know, the next 4 years, kind of rough for our exchange rate. So just be prepared to take advantage anytime that you can, because, you know, we need to maximize what we're getting here every time we send money. And that's whether you send it through Wise, Remitly, through bank transfers, or whatever the case may be, whatever, you know, option you decide to use via, you know, to get your bank transfers out through to the Philippines. So just a video, honestly, just to make you guys aware of, you know, making sure that you at least take advantage of it, because I'm telling you, you're going to leave a lot of money out on the table if you don't pay attention to the dollar index, so you can send over your money. So hopefully this video, again, got you some more insights into when you should be sending money over. And again, so if it's possible for you to just check it on a daily basis, right? Check it every 5 days, every week, and see when it's down, you don't want to send. When it's up, when that chart goes back up again, that's when you want to send it, because ultimately it's going to go back down again, okay? And typically it goes up every time that there's a news release, and also it goes down anytime that there's a news release. So depending on what the news release is, whether it could be, you know, jobs, GDP, CPI, PPI, you know, all these different factors that play in every single month when the Fed cuts rates, all those things have effect on the actual value of the dollar. So all of these big news events that are happening every single month, okay, they're going to affect, and that's what drives the value either up or down over and over and over again. So all of these monetary policies that take place every single month that you see out on the news. So follow the dollar index. Hopefully you could transfer your money when the index is up, so you can get the most value for your dollar, and just ignore it when it's on its way down. But as always, guys, we will see you in the next one. Have a blessed day. God bless you guys. Peace.